Hello, I'm Adam Barralet and welcome to this Crystal Connections video where we're exploring the crystal Rutile. Rutile grows in these beautiful golden strands, and throughout the ages it's been linked to lots of different magical creatures. Many people have called it the hair of the angels, whereas the Romans referred to it as the hair of Venus. Vikings believed it came from Freya, their goddess. And so because it has this link to all these different ethereal beings, whoever is working with Rutile, whoever is the guardian of this crystal, is blessed with those kind of magical abilities, that ability to express yourself and to be graceful in your message and to live your life as though you are a goddess or an angel and fulfill your life purpose and bring your gifts to the world. Now there's a story that says that whenever a goddess's hair was cut, the earth spirits couldn't bear to have any of that part of that goddess lost or perish, and so they'd preserve it in stone. Quite often they'd preserve it in quartz, and so often and most commonly you'll find Rutile in quartz. Now this is a raw bit, you can kind of see the golden strands in it, but it's more obvious in this tumbled bit here where you can see the beautiful golden strands in that. Hopefully the camera is focusing up. There you go, you can see them quite nicely on that side, and that's the most common way that you'll actually find Rutile or rutilated quartz. Now what happens here is you've got the Rutile, which has got all the properties that we're going to talk about in this video, and clear quartz being an amplifier, amplifies that anymore. So working with Rutile in quartz or rutilated quartz is just as powerful as trying to find the harder to find Rutile. Because of its golden colour, Rutile is associated with the sun. And of course the sun encourages us to get out there, to expand our horizons and go further than we are today. Rutile really helps you to express yourself and to find creative ways to get your message across. If you need to inspire people or really get people to understand your positive message, then wear it near your throat as a pendant or even meditate with it around there to help you get that message really clearly and loudly out there. Now, if you're worried about what you have to say will upset or hurt others, Rutile also has a protective element to it. Because it has that shine, what happens is if anyone has anything negative to say about your message, what it will do is it will act like a mirror and bounce that back so that they can learn their lessons. And it helps to keep your credibility and help you to get that message out to as many people as you can. Due to that golden colour, Rutile is really good for healing as well. Now because it encourages you to express yourself, of course if we keep our feelings in, then that can actually manifest into physical illness or dis-ease. But, there goes the kookaburra laughing, but also what happens if you do end up getting sick, getting some Rutile or some rutilated quartz and just moving across the aura can help to fend off and fight away any ill or unwanted energies that are kind of lingering in your aura and help that healing process a little bit quicker. Rutile and rutilated quartz are great to use for family healing. So if there's any tension or risks kind of going on, then work and meditate with this crystal and work out how you can be the better person and help to heal what's actually gone on there. If you've got a family gathering and you're worried there's going to be a bit of tension around, then carrying and wearing this as well as gridding it around the area will be really helpful as well. Now if you can't, or if you want to do more of this healing or you can't see your family, then get a nice family photo. Ideally one where everyone is happy. Put some candles around it, golden candles and white candles. Put the Rutile there, and each day take some time to meditate with that and actually send happy, joyous energy to every member of that family. Remember, if someone in your family is bugging you, the attribute in them that is bugging you is because you don't feel comfortable with that attribute within yourself. And we possess every attribute as well. Now on a deeper level, if you really want to go deep with this, or if you're a healer, Rutile and rutilated quartz can help with karmic healing and DNA healing, things that we bring through from families, and generational healing as well. So if there's anything that you feel that has been brought through from a past life, or if there's something that's being passed on from generation to generation, whether it be spiritual, even behavioural or cultural, and you don't want to pass it on to future generations or have that impact you anymore, then working with the Rutile is really great. Use it in meditation to bring awareness to that. Use it as a blade to cut away those attachments, or any other way that your intuition guides you. If you're unemployed or looking for a new job, then work with rutilated quartz. The quartz gives you that stamina, that vitality and that perseverance to keep on going when you're feeling a bit despondent, or when you get knockbacks, or if you're feeling a bit depleted. And then of course the Rutile in it helps you to express yourself, to put your best foot forward in interviews and to really shine. when you get those opportunities come forward and present themselves to you. It's also really great to carry with you or wear with you if you're applying for a bank loan or any kind of wanting someone to invest in you in any type of way. Now, if you are unemployed, a beautiful, simple ritual you can do is get your Rutilated quartz, sit in front of a golden candle, hold it in your hands and visualize yourself being successful, finding a job, getting that ideal job, whatever that may be. Not only what does it look like, but how does it feel and how do you feel? And maybe even seeing money come into your bank account or whatever your main objectives are to get this money, to get this job or whatever. Hold it in your projective hand, the hand that you write with, send that feeling, that energy in to your crystal. And then what happens is you want to carry that for the rest of the week. The reason we do that on Sunday is the day ruled by the sun, and that is all about expansion and success and shining. Hopefully I've given you some great tips and inspired you to want to work with Rutile a little bit more. And before you do that, it's a really good idea to cleanse it. Now, I used to use fire, but the more I've been working with Rutile, it's really started to be more of a solar crystal for me. So I love to leave it out in the sun, just at sunrise or sunset, depending on whether I want to bring in new things or get rid of things. So if I'm bringing in new opportunities, I'll cleanse it with the sunrise. If I'm trying to heal and get rid of things, then I'll cleanse it during the sunset. Now, there are two different animals that I use depending on whether I'm working with the Rutile or the Rutilated quartz. When it's Rutile, I work with peacock, and they have really similar energies and similar teachings. First of all, peacock is very much about that self-expression, and we see that in the beautiful tail of the peacock. But also, peacock has, on the end of each of those tail feathers, has a beautiful eye. And so this eye allows us to see many different things. And so peacock also teaches us and warns us that we need to protect ourselves. So just like Rutile and its golden shine protects and wards away danger, peacock teaches us to be aware of the dangers that are around us as well and to detect them before they can do any harm. If I'm working with Rutilated quartz, then I love to work with the Palomino horse. This beautiful golden horse will give you the endurance that clear quartz gives you and helps you to shine as well, just like the beautiful golden coat that the Palomino horse has. So, peacock for Rutile, Palomino horse for Rutilated quartz. Two different plants that I also work with, but either for both Rutile and Rutile in quartz. The first one is Fregonia, which is a very new and really exotic essential oil that's normally available that comes from a shrub that's found only in southern Western Australia, my home state. This has such a beautiful and unique energy, and it's really great for healings, and you can put it in a water bottle and spritz it around. It does two things. It takes away negativity, it's very cleansing, but it also helps to raise the vibration. So if you live in Australia, then this is probably a better cleanser than using something like sage, because Fregonia is native to our land. Plus it has that benefit of lifting up the energy as well. The other tree that I work with, you'll find in other places around the world, is the aspen. And the aspen is the tree of the spiritual warrior. Now, how it brings its power and what kind of energy it brings to people is it doesn't bring one where it incites fear and intimidates people to be that strong warrior. It fights its battles with the power of laughter. And with these golden sparkle, it reminds us to be joyous. And when other people are trying to drag us down, if we keep our light, if we keep positive, if we keep shining, we keep laughing, just like the aspen tree teaches us, then we'll go very far and nothing can drag us down and stop us from conquering our conquests. When it comes to astrology, as I said before, work with the sun and Rutile now, and thus Sunday is the day that rules the sun or is governed by the sun, and this is the best day to do workings, meditations, rituals and so on with that. However, definitely work with your Rutile every day of the week, but Sunday is the main day when the power is most harmonic. Now, have you worked with Rutile? I'd love to hear about it, and so would the rest of our crystal community. So please leave a comment in the section below. And also below you'll find the links to my website, where if you'd like to find out about my tours, my webinars, and when I'm coming to your country, or doing webinars that you can watch in your time zone, then all those are on adambarralet.com. On the front page, if you subscribe to my newsletter, I send out a newsletter each Monday, and what happens is that just talks about one crystal, like crystal of the week. And so when there's so many crystals, it's really easy to jump from one to the other and not learn much about them at all. So what I encourage you to do is a bit of crystal monogamy. Just date one crystal per week. And what happens, we can all learn about that and all work with that, and I'll share as much as I can on social media about that crystal, and then next week we'll focus on another one. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.